Hi everyone, and welcome to our new style of race video. Rather than doing the normal commentary thing, I decided I'm going to do a bit of a video diary this weekend to try and show you a bit more about what goes on, not on the track, if that makes sense. I'm here at Castle Combe in Wiltshire. It is ridiculously sunny. Look at this. Look at that, it's amazing. Castle Combe, for those of you that don't know, is in Wiltshire. It's about a 4-hour drive to get here, and I've got Woodstock off the trailer. We're all good to go, but I just wanted to share this little video with you first. So what the plan is, there's Guroba, by the way. Do you remember Guroba? Hello mate. He's a bit tired, I think. Yeah, so we're going to do a video diary this weekend, and I'm going to do a bit more thoughts and opinions off the circuit rather than concentrating on the action on it. Of course, I will allude to that as we go through things. But by way of preview then, where are we? So we're at Castle Combe. It's the Puma Cup with the CSCC, and there are 4 Pumas entered tomorrow. There's myself in the yellow car, Woodstock, Gareth Cotgrove in the blue Scots Hire car, and then Neil Jackson and Nick Full-James in the white Jackson Puma, and Franco and Sammy Jackson in the green 142 Puma. I haven't raced here before. I've done a few laps on a track day, but I've never raced at this circuit, so I'm a bit unsure as to what we're going to get. The forecast for tomorrow is a bit of everything. If it stays like this, then fantastic, that's going to be amazing, but there are showers forecast, so I think it's just going to be a case of see what we get and go with that. You might see a bright yellow reflection in my glasses. That's sort of given the game away a little bit. I wanted to debut this new addition to Team Guroba's marketing for the weekend. Are you ready? Check that out, it's brilliant, isn't it? It's a ridiculously oversized hat. I'm trying to get my angles right now. Yeah, we're going to look idiots in the paddock, but as long as we've got eyes on us, then frankly, who cares? I just went, wait, so we've got the radio to go on.
Alright.
But is it going to fit?
Possibly.
Try it. Does that fit alright?
That's on.
Okay, cool. Now what?
Fix.
Is it?
Yeah, fix. I can see everything.
Naturally, everybody in the paddock wanted to wear our hat, but here's a couple of my favourites, Nigel and Neil. So before qualifying got going, decided to go for a wander through the paddock, and it's always a pleasure in the CSCC paddock because there's some incredible cars to have a look at. You'd always bump into a friendly face, and of course this time was no exception. Look at that beautiful sunny day, and what's that on the horizon? Oh, did we miss it? What was that? Let's go back and have another look. Oh look! Look who it is!
You alright?
Alright, okay, hi folks, quick review after qualifying this morning. We're a bit delayed going out because something happened. There was a load of oil over the circuit, but they managed to clean it up, and then another series went out before us, so we're quite confident the circuit was going to be clear. Wow, this track is fast. Its Thruxton levels are fast, which I really wasn't expecting. The corners are sort of brake and feather a little bit and then get on the power as quick as you can, but the tyres at the side of the circuit and at the chicanes, they are so close. I won't lie, it's quite intimidating, but it was a decent session, and I quickly got down to like the 126s. Aiming for a sub 25, that was the plan. And yeah, getting quicker and quicker, just experimenting with different lines, trying different things, keeping my eye on the delta on the solo timer, and yeah, was doing all right. And then unfortunately about 12-14 minutes in, something like that, there's a Renault Clio. I don't know what happened, something mechanical, and it dropped a load of oil on the approach to the first chicane. I saw the flags and I saw the car off, so I did go in a little bit steadier, but I still managed to lock a wheel and get a bit squirrely, so that caught my attention. We did a practice pit stop then because the lap was ruined, and I'm glad we did that because the pit lane entry here is it's very tight, but the speed limit line is after a little chicaney type thing, so you can kind of attack that. So I'm glad that we did that, and I've got a good view of what to expect when we get to the race later on this afternoon. Came out after the pit stop and the oil was still down. You'll be able to see on the footage there's a big slick in the braking zone. So some laps I jumped over to the right hand side to avoid the oil, but then that squeezed up my entry to the chicane, so I was losing time. And then I tried a little bit later to jump on the other side of the oil slick to avoid it. So I was able to brake properly, but then I had to cross the oil slick on the way to the apex and the car starts wobbling around a bit. So it was difficult to go much faster thereafter. The lap time delta, I was on about, I think about a 26 flat, something like that, a high 25. And in the second half of the session, I was about 3/4 tenths up coming out of the first sector. Then hit the oil and time slowed down again. And then in the second and third sectors I was able to bring the delta back down, but it didn't give me an overall faster lap because of the oil at the chicane. So I reckon I've got another 0.8, 0.9 in there. I qualified on, oh, I'm gonna get this wrong now, I think it was a 25.8. I reckon I can get down to a 25 dead, but Gareth in the blue Scots hire car, he's put it on pole position with a 24.6, 24.7, something like that. So when everything shakes out, I reckon we're about 3 or 4 tenths off Gareth. So a bit more confidence in the race, a bit more luck in running, and yeah, we'll give it a bloody good go. Right, we're coming over to have a quick chat with Gareth. He's put it on pole position. He's put a blinding lap in this morning. I don't know if he's going to be happy about having an interview as such, but we'll see what he says and I'll let you know. So shall I warn him about today's? Gareth, congratulations on your pole position. I'm doing a little video diary thing for the weekend. So how much quicker can you actually go?
The last 3 laps were 124.
24s? How'd you find the oil?
See it. Avoided it.
Yeah, avoided the oil, that's why we were all slower. Well done, mate. Now I know I always talk about how much work Mark and Mike do, but I thought I'd get some actual evidence for you. Look at these boys getting busy on the car. Nice one, boys.
Here we have the Wild John checking out his competitors, stalking. See who's going to prey on next. Who you eyeing up? Who you eyeing up? Joey. Yeah. He's a proper man's man, this Joey. What are you thinking?
I'm trying to stay in the shade and stay cold.
Oh, really?
I thought the session was going to go a lot earlier than it did. So we got down here nice and early, but now we just stood around.
I know, it is nice in a bit of shade. Get off the cap! Can't believe it. And there we have a Mike, again, always been on form, always on his phone. You know what I mean? Yeah.
He's on howtobeamechanic.com.
Yeah. How to check tyre pressures. Here he is. What are you doing, Mike? What are you doing? No, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Texting.
Texting. Alright, yeah, on the ball as always, yeah?
Car's ready, well done.
Alright, any final words, John? No. Alright, see you later.
We just had a game of Spot the Dickhead and we won from about half a mile away. We're brilliant.
Don't talk about like that.
I know, he stands out there. Okay, now new for Castle Combe, because we were the first race after lunch, the club decided, or the circuit and the club decided, that we'd all form up on the grid about an hour before our race start and show our cars off to the crowd. It was really cool, actually. It would have been great if the weather wasn't so good. But yeah, we had lots of people come over and talk to us about the car, about the Puma Cup in general, CSCC in general, and a few kids managed to get the photo sat in a racing car as well. And I tell you, to an 8-year-old, they don't care if it's a Ford Puma or a Honda Integra DC5. It's just a racing car, and it was really cool to get to meet these people and have a chat with them before the race got going. Thank you.
Hands. Is it all side done? I'll put pin in the way. Don't move her forward, all right, John. I need the, let's put your hands on. Strong neck.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Oh yeah, cheers.
Right, front camera's going, I'm waiting for it back to get a signal. Back's recording.
Everything rolling?
Yeah.
Clean radio check.
Go, go. Go. Press it.
1, 2, 1, 2, radio check.
Oh shit, turn it on. Close your door. Close your door. Right, I'm gonna have to get off. One, two, 1, 2.
On the grid an hour before, we're still panicking.
I'm last one off at grid, be right. You are? America. Yeah. Specially done for America. Try it on if you want.
It's fucking cool that it's cool.
Cheers, bud.
4 Pumas that are out in this race. Gareth Cockroach the quickest of them, the blue 110.
You are?
I'm at it, just on
Not got tools though.
position. The other 3 are sort of behind the stern to a large extent. Behind them. So that is the grid for this one.
Oh, they've not even done green flag colour. So, you love it, don't you?
I do, I think it's the bollocks.
I think you need to get some.
I'm going to get a selfie now. Better get the right side of that pool and start taking pictures of it.
And Nigel Hayes is down in, what, 7th place at the moment with a whole train of cars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them on his tail.
Okay, now into the serious stuff of the racing. We've just done the green installation flag lap. Green flag installation lap, ready for the rolling start. You'll notice we don't have the usual GoPro footage. That's because the camera was accidentally turned off before the start of the race. So we're using the V-Box footage instead. And there we go, 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 go. Decent start, was on the power quick enough. But this Fiesta, just squeezes me to the edge of the circuit. And I have to get out of the throttle and I lose so much momentum. Look how many car lengths we've lost in a very short space of time. Now, Quarry Corner coming up is hectic. The Mini's got a problem, but we managed to get rid of them pretty quickly. And then look in the rearview mirror, Neil Jackson all over my back bumper. Now, because this is an edited highlights version, because we're doing a different video format, we've skipped forward a lap. Keep your eyes on the rearview mirror. Neil Jackson is all over me. I've done that thing of trying to be defensive and it's costing me. I don't want Gareth to run away up ahead. He must have a lead of about 4 or 5 seconds now. And if Neil and I battle, Gareth is going to disappear off into the distance. And I don't want that to happen. But at the same time, I don't want to lose the place either. Now look at Neil, throws it up the inside at Avon Rise, but it puts him on the outside for Quarry. He's right alongside me now, hanging on round the outside, but I managed to just hold him. But my tighter radius has compromised me, and Neil gets a run up the inside, no, the outside, to the first chicane. He misses the apex, but I can't capitalise because he's in the way, and then I lose my momentum on the exit of the corner. So he's gone and won the position, fair and square. Good racing, mate. I over defended and it cost me. But now, do I attack Neil and potentially cost us time, or do we work together to try and catch Gareth up? What would you do? Answers on a post.
Elbows off and that's it.
Okay, what Mark and Mike have just spotted is an incident at turn 1. You see it here, there's a Honda on the left and a Volvo on the right. They've clearly had a big coming together. I saw it, well, I didn't see the incident.
Roger, we were looking the other way, and obviously with my headset on, I couldn't hear it. Apologies, I didn't give you any advance warning of that, bud.
Now, it seemed pretty clear to me that with 2 cars badly damaged and stuck on the circuit like that, it was going to be a safety car situation.
Marshall's out on track.
Now, we do have an option. Instead of the safety car, we can run the code 60 instead.
Keep an eye on safety car.
Now, the code 60 is where it's essentially our version of virtual safety car. And
Code
it's
60,
there.
bud. Code 60.
There you go, there's the code 60 called. It's there to maintain gaps between cars, but slow everybody down so that the recovery crews can do their work.
You have to stick to 60 mile an hour. And just to let you know, the speed camera, sorry, the speed trap guy is at the end of pit wall, checking everyone coming down the start finish. So make sure you're doing 60 if you come down the start finish, mate.
Now, it seemed pretty clear with the 2 cars in the way they were that they weren't going to get towed back, and it was going to take quite an effort to get them both lifted and returned to the paddock. So I was expecting it to go full safety car or even red flag. Pleased to report both drivers.
Start finish, Marshall.
Pleased to report both drivers are okay. I understand that the Volvo was written off, which is a damn shame because that was a beautiful car, and how much work and how much effort they'd put into getting it getting it ready for racing. And it's been a popular car in the club, that one. So best of luck to the boys in getting everything sorted, and I'm glad that you're all okay. So yeah, the race red flagged, and we'll pick it up when we're about to get going again.
Were you down there when it happened?
No, I just walked up on it. I was about sort of here when it happened. Not entirely sure. That's a really odd place to
I
go
think
off.
It's been a.
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't actually see it happen. I didn't hear it.
Obviously,
got
everybody
these on.
cuts over to the right at that kink there.
Yeah.
So if he's gone in and then washed out and just, but I think the Volvo, he's gone into the back of the Volvo, I think, and that's why it spun him. Because obviously
so Volvo's probably lost it, and he's just.
Maybe, or he's lost it and gone in the back of it. I don't know.
Roger, George, I see you. I'm just gonna get into position. You alright? Just trying to seek light.
I'll stop giggling at it at some point. It's so good.
What?
It stops. I don't think it's going to count.
No, if you look at it, it was 28. Yeah. When I said that, it was 28 minutes.
It says people do open on TSL.
So back to the action on the restart. I've settled into 3rd place. Gareth is still about 5 seconds up the road, and you can see Neil in the white Puma ahead of me. In fact, I think we're 3 in a row here, aren't we? So it's mission on. We have 32 minutes of racing now that the red flag is cleared, and the pit window opens in 2 minutes' time.
Come on, Alfie. Just look at turning, how much they bound. There. Wow. That was a little.
Now, as I'd expect you all to know by now, in the Puma Cup we have to make a mandatory pit stop of 90 seconds line to line. Now, it's going to be crucial in this race because the 3 of us are quite close together, how we go about this, because there's a lot of advantage to be had and a lot of time can be lost if you get it wrong. Now, the pit entry at Castle Combe is quite a tricky one because it gets very narrow and very twisty before you hit the speed limit line. So that bit of tarmac is yours to attack. I did get a practice run in qualifying just to see what it was like, and it's quite hairy. Now, you've heard me talk about the benefits of having a pits car radio before, but this was another example of it being very useful. Gareth had already pitted, and Mark and Mike were able to see on Gareth's entry that he got held up by another car. It's a bit like a slip road on the motorway. What you see, when you see cars, they brake in lane 1 and then move over into the slip lane to take the exit. You're not meant to slow down on the motorway, you're meant to use the slip road. Now look at the main camera and you'll see the pit entrance coming up on the left hand side in a moment. Keep your eyes peeled, you'll see the blend line on the left hand side. Ready, here it is, there. So that dirt track on the left, that is flat out down there past the marshal's post. All the way up to where the bridge is on the left, that's where the speed limit line is. So you have to go as fast as you can all the way down there, and Gareth just got stuck behind somebody who slowed down way too early, and it cost him a lot of time. Mark was able to tell me that over the radio, so now I've got a clear track ahead of me, and I know that Gareth's had an issue with his pit stop. So this is our version of Lewis Hamilton's hammer time. We like to call it PTP, pull the pin. It's time to go crazy. Danger of going crazy is that you can make mistakes, but with a clear track and probably 2 to 3 laps to our pit stop, we've got to try and get that overcut on Gareth. We like to leave the pit stop as late as possible because that opens the window for there being a safety car, and of course if we pit under safety car conditions, then we make an absolute bucket load of time relative to the people that pitted under green flag conditions. So that's why I'm staying out. I've got a clear track and I'm just trying to hammer out the lap times as best I can without making any mistakes, but without knowing this track too well, I was still learning. I'm still looking at the little delta on my lap timer, and it's saying things that I'm not expecting. You know, I'd take a different line and sometimes it'd be faster, sometimes it'd be slower, and without the local circuit knowledge it was very difficult to just get into a rhythm and hammer those lap times out when I really crucially needed to. So here we are at my pit stop now. Let's go over to Mark and crew cam and see how this one goes.
Mike. I think we've got this on pit stop. As long as we're on it and we leave when we need to, I think we've got it sorted. We've got about 4 seconds.
Okay.
Jackson's are in second. Cotgrove's technically behind them on their pit stop.
That was Neil in the first stint, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. That's good. How long from here to the line?
About 2-3 seconds, just roll up to it. No one else, there's only one car in behind you and he came in afterwards.
Legs cramping.
Stretch it out if you
Seats
can.
in Ian Howard position.
Ah, shit, yeah.
I didn't notice it in qualifying, but I'm just like, trying to stretch a bit.
Yeah.
We're all good.
Right, 20 seconds.
Come on, we got this. This is going to be a
Let's go. Right, you're clear, mate, you're clear. Plenty of time, mate. Go what you will. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice one, mate. Clear on pit exit, mate. Clear on pit exit.
Okay, so there we go. That was a decent pit stop. That it turns out we crossed the line in 1 minute 33, which isn't one of our better ones, but
Gareth is the next car behind you.
It's not one of our better ones, but it's not bad either. And crucially, as you saw, we got out ahead of Gareth, which was great news. Really pleased about that. At the moment, you might be able to see Gareth in the rearview mirror, and he's the blue car, so 2 cars behind us. I know the camera's not great, I'm afraid, but there he is. You got a better view now. I'm ahead of him. Now, I think by rights, Gareth has got about 2 or 3 tenths pace over me. That's per lap, and although we know that being quicker is one thing, getting past is quite another. But Gareth's in the groove. He's spent some time getting the car sorted with Mark Hadfield and the boys. He's sorted his suspension, and the handling is really, really on it. Now, I've got to defend like crazy. And look at Gareth getting up alongside here, but I managed to just squeeze him off, and there's Adam Brown coming through. Adam was one of the front runners, and I think it saved me a little bit there, because I think Gareth was going to have an attack into Camp Corner. But there we go, get it turned in on the power nice and early. But we all know the Pumas are relatively underpowered for the amount of grip they've got, which means that the slipstream really, really matters. I think we've got about 12-14 minutes of the race to go. How long can I keep him behind for? He's got a really good slipstream. He's looking to the inside round Avon, but that'll give me the inside for Quarry Corner, so I managed to hold him off, but I pinched the apex a bit, and Gareth managed to get the overlap. He's now coming back on my right hand side, and he's got the inside line for the first chicken. So what am I going to do? I'm not going to risk panel damage. There's still plenty of time left in the race to go, but I did not anticipate losing that much to him there. I thought I was going to come out of the chicane right on his bumper and be able to threaten, but now he's gone and stretched 10, maybe 15 car lengths. Let's see for where he turns in. There, 1, 2, 3. Sort of 3.5 seconds have just been lost in the space of 2 corners. And that was really, really galling, that, because it's entirely on me. That was my judgment and my mistake. But 3.5 seconds is not insurmountable, so let's head down and go for it. But what's this in the rear view? It's the Flying Satsuma. It's John Baker. But look how good Woodstock is on the brakes. John was able to get alongside me just there, but I really didn't want him to take the position. So I braked to my normal place, and of course that was a fair bit better than the Clio. But the Clio's got much more power than we do. Look at him coming back at me now. And again, I don't really want to get into a fight with him. It's a similar situation to what happened with Gareth earlier in the with Neil Jackson earlier in the race. We don't want Gareth to run away. And again, much better on the brakes into Quarry, and I've now put John behind me again. So I'm hoping that I can pull a bit of a gap, and that John and I won't start dicing, because that is not going to be conducive to me catching Gareth and making a race of this one. So sorry to sound like a stuck record, but yeah, it's the same old story. Just got to keep hitting the apexes, hitting the braking points, and I'm quite pleased. This is a good opportunity actually to show you a bit about the V-Box system that we've got. You see in the top right hand corner it's got the best lap time and the last lap time. Now I know that I can run high 24s, so that's where I want to be. But if you look in the rear view mirror, we've got John Baker again. He got a much better exit from the chicane this time, and on the drag down to Camp Corner he's carrying much more speed than previously, so he makes the pass. But I do come back at him on the brakes, but then I can't take my normal line, and I have to hesitate getting on the throttle a little bit. So there's the lap time, 25.8. I've just lost another second over what I'm capable of, and the gap to Gareth is out to about 5 or 6 seconds by now. I'd love to tell you how long is left in the race. I can't honestly remember, but I'm gonna say it's about 10 minutes, maybe 5 or 6 laps. But look how congested it's just got up into Quarry Corner. I want to overtake this Ford car, but then he was compromised and I got everyone just sort of bundled into each other. And yeah, I really can't afford for anything to go wrong from now on if I'm going to catch Gareth. The gap was about 6 seconds on the previous lap. We'll see what the timer is this time when I come around again. I know we won't. No, we've just fast forwarded. Sorry about that. Right, spoiler alert, Gareth didn't make any mistakes. And yeah, I settled for second with about 3 laps to go. I wasn't going to catch him. But look in the rearview mirror, this is interesting. Orange car of Alfie Jones takes the checkered flag for the win. Now, I crossed the line before Alfie, so I've still got a racing lap to go, but Alfie was so much faster in a straight line, he got ahead of me. So Alfie's race is now finished, but I've got to go for it, and Alfie hasn't realised, and he's on the apex. I don't have the grip to go around the outside of him, and I'm just stuck, and it's like, Now I looked at the lap delta and I lost about 2.5 seconds at this point with those shenanigans. Now Gareth actually crossed the line 5.5 seconds ahead of me. So I think by rights the gap should have been about 3.5 to 4, something like that. So it certainly didn't cost me the win. But yeah, that was it. In summary, well, I won't do a total summary just now because there's one coming up in a minute on a bit of pre-record. But yeah, second place in the Puma Cup around a circuit I've never raced at before, so I'm pretty pleased with that all in all. It's a fun circuit to drive, it's a difficult circuit to master, and I just didn't have the mileage in order to eke out those extra few tenths. Gareth did the clean sweep Patrick, pole position, win and fastest lap. Super chuffed for him. It's been a long time coming and he thoroughly deserves it. He drove really, really well this weekend. So here's me taking the checkered flag. There we go, P2. Well done, John. Well done, Team Guroba. And there's Gareth and I on the podium celebrating with our wooden trophies. Oh, you're officially Mr. Hat now.
It's you. I can't touch you because of my hands are mucky.
I'll wear it then. Hi everyone, I thought I'd do something a little different this time, mainly because I was forced to. I know I normally do the driving home from the track summary video using my little trusty camera glasses. These things, but unfortunately they're playing up. They don't seem to be taking any charge, so they only record for about 10 seconds and then stop. But I wanted to acknowledge what had happened today and I didn't want to wait until I got home. So I've got a few miles under my belt, having left the circuit a little earlier. Do you want to play Guess the Services? Good luck if you get this. Hang on, I'll do a quick 360 for you. Ready? Go. Go on then, have a guess. If anyone gets it, I'll be amazed. Right, so a quick few minutes on, well, just to summarise today. So this morning qualifying, we ended up P2 on the grid, about 1.5 seconds off Gareth Cotgrove. He did brilliantly to put it on pole. I think that's his first pole position, so well done, Gareth. We did have more pace in the car, but there was an oil slick got put down about 10-12 minutes into the session. And yeah, it was then difficult to go quicker after that. So we knew we got more pace in the car, but then Gareth probably had as well. So it was difficult to know really where we were. So the race came around and starting in second place, Gareth got a great start. There was a couple of cars in between us, so they did hold me up, I'm afraid. Not hold me up, but you know, just in the wrong places. So it was difficult to make any progress, and Gareth pulled out a handful of seconds. Neil Jackson in the white car, he was in my mirrors the whole way. And I got a little bit balked, I got a little bit stuck up at Quarry Corner, had a bad exit, and he pulled alongside and he was on the outside heading down towards the chicane. And yeah, it was 50-50. I think by rights I could have held the position, but I was trying to think a little bit more long term. So I let him have that one, thinking that I don't want to get into too much of a fight with him because Gareth will just drive off into the distance, and that's not really what I wanted to happen. So I thought I'll stick with Neil and we'll try and catch Gareth together. But then there was a safety car about 10 minutes into the race, and it was yeah, there was a nasty accident. I'm afraid I don't know which drivers were involved. There was a red Volvo and I think it was a Civic. There seems to be quite a lot of damage to them, and I hope they're both okay. Yeah, because you just don't want to see that. So we had a red flag, and the race restarted with I think 32 minutes on the clock. Got a better start this time, so stayed in third. Oh, Emily can't hear a word because she's in a club. You're in a club at 6 o'clock in the afternoon? Brilliant. Unless you're overseas, in which case it's midnight somewhere, but thanks for saying hello, Emily. So yeah, we restarted in third, and Neil and I were very close. We were having a good scrap. Gareth was getting away a little bit. Gareth pitted first, and yeah, unfortunately for Gareth, he got stuck on the pit entry. Somebody dropped down to the pit speed limit way too early, and cost him a lot of time. Neil and I stayed out. We weren't in traffic, we were putting in good lap times, so we just carried on. Neil pitted a few laps later, and then I had a few laps leading the race, not on merit because of the pit stops, but all the same, it's nice to cross the line in P1 for 3 or 4 laps. I made my pit stop. We had a really good pit stop. I attacked the pit entry, something stupid. I think the marshals took a step back because yeah, well, as is my right, I'm allowed to go as fast as I like up to the speed line. I've not seen the pit stop times, but I think we did a pretty good job, and guess what? I came out in the lead. Managed to leapfrog Neil and Gareth. Came out about 5 seconds ahead of Gareth, but he was closing really fast because he'd got the momentum, and he caught me by the time we got up to Quarry Corner. I did defend it, I over defended it, and I compromised my exit, and we were side by side up to the chicane. And I thought, you know what, let him have this one, because again, I don't want to get stuck in something. I just want to try and find a bit of a groove and get going. So Gareth took the lead. I stuck with him for a couple of laps, and then the traffic came, and there was a bit of, he managed to stretch out a little bit, and then it all shook out, and I could see Gareth, he was about 5 seconds up the road, just couldn't catch him. You know what, the best man won on the day today. Gareth took the win, we were in second, Neil and Nick in third, and then Sammy and Franco in the green car in 4th place. Today was Gareth's day. He drove brilliantly. I'm chuffed for him, genuinely really am. He's worked so hard, not only on the car but on his driving as well. I had a great race. I had some brilliant wheel to wheel. I enjoyed driving the circuit, so I'm driving home happy tonight. And yeah, onward and upward. We'll see what the next one brings. Don't know when that will be. I'm on holiday for Brands Hatch. Ian might be in the car. Oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. We might have a customer in the car for Brands Hatch, we don't know yet. Possibly the same at Thruxton. So that's the next couple of rounds. We're not entirely sure of our plans, but as soon as something's firmed up, I'll be sure to let you know. So I've got another couple of hours to get home. Anyone playing Guess the Services? I've not seen any comments come up yet, but yeah, if you're right, I'll just delete your comment and say you're wrong anyway. But thanks for your interest, thanks for all the support, folks, and I should have the video for this weekend up sometime on Monday, but if I don't, then don't shout at me, because it might happen. That's the plan. We'll try our best. Big thanks to Mark and Mike, as always. They've been brilliant this weekend, just making things happen, and you know, I'm always very grateful to those guys. And you know, the Puma Cup's put on a great show today. Even though there's only 4 of us, we still had a really good race, and up until about 5 minutes to go, you didn't really know who the winner was going to be. Gareth probably did. I bet he had buckets in hand. But yeah, it's been a great day, great circuit, love the racing, and yeah, brilliant. Right, thanks for everybody's support, and I shall see you soon. Cheers, folks. Bye.